Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Photo Talk. Today I just want to start out by saying thank you so much to all of the new subscribers, to all of the people who've commented, all the views, the last video that I had. I know primarily it's literally just because it's the Fuji X100V. It's not because I said anything new. It's not because I had really great content or because I'm uploading regularly, because obviously I'm not. Seriously, thank you guys so much for just, subscribing, hitting that button. I think I gained like 20 something subscribers, which really isn't that much, but for such a small channel like me, it's a lot. It's a lot. So thank you so much, everybody. In this episode, I just want to talk about a few photos from a project that I'm working on, a photo book. I've been working on it for the past roughly 2 years, I think. It basically follows life in this small town that I live, Jackson, Ohio. It's my hometown. It's where I was born, raised, went to school, grew up skateboarding. And so basically it's just the daily life. It's kind of just like documenting the town that I live in through the years. I say I've been working on it for 2 years. Some of the stuff I've shot prior to those 2 years, but these last 2 years I've focused on, I've shot for, I've kept that in mind as I'm walking around. Hey guys, Editor Greg here. I just wanted to say real quick, I did not notice that my focus is breathing so much. My lights were down so low because my office space is kind of congested right now. I don't have my lights. I don't have anything here. Our bathroom during this Ohio weather kind of froze. Our septic backed up. Our toilet, everything is on the floor. So we've kind of moved stuff around and it's just kind of hectic. And so I was trying to hide that. And I really wanted to put a video out. So yeah, that's the reason. Sorry for the focus breathing. I hope you enjoy the video. Let's get back to it. This first photo is from a photo walk with my wife. While we were walking, this gentleman just stopped us and he just started talking to us. I mean, that's what you do. And so we were trying to be polite, and I kind of just already had my camera set up for the exposure and everything. And I had it on autofocus already, face detection, and I just kind of like hoped and prayed, and I just aimed from my hip and just hip fired. And it happened to capture great, sharp, right on his face. And the guy was super nice. He was talking about how he's selling his house and he was getting ready to move and all his kids were gone and they had moved on, had their own kids, and it was just ready to downsize. And here's another photo just downtown. There's this big church in the middle of town. It's surrounded by all these really cool trees. And so during the fall, it has these beautiful colors around it. And I've shot several photos of this during fall, and I've actually just shot this church a lot in general. You've probably seen it in other videos. You've probably seen it on my Instagram if you look there. I have a lot of photos of this church from different angles, all kinds of different stuff, different seasons. I shot a wedding outside of this church during the pandemic. But in this photo, I was out walking by myself, and this was one of the ones with the intention of just going out to shoot for this project. And this guy behind me was coming on a bicycle, and I'd already been shooting this scene thinking I wish somebody would come through here, whether it was walking or running or something. And so I just framed the shot, and as he rode by, I just snapped, I think, like 2 or 3 photos, and this is the one that I ended up keeping. I really like it. Still, again, I'm in the process of kind of like picking and choosing photos. I don't really know exactly where this is going to land, if it lands in the project, but it's a photo that I come back to pretty often and I really do enjoy, just because it's a really well-known spot in Jackson. It's very beautiful in the sense of like the fall foliage, and I think people would really resonate with that in this area. In this photo, I had some time to kill. I was waiting on some food for my wife and I, so I walked the block and I just happened to notice this guy sitting here sleeping. And so I took full advantage, obviously, and I snapped a few photos that I really didn't care about. And this one is kind of so-so. I don't know that I love the photo. I don't know that I don't look at it and feel anything toward Jackson, but I know I have a lot of photos where I've sat on them and then over time I've kind of changed my position on them. So I've kind of just Yeah, I've kind of kept it around. I'm keeping tabs on it, and I'm trying to see how things kind of develop over time with it. So this photo, there used to be a building where these birds are, and the building had been smashed down, and they'd been clearing it out to create a little sitting space between the other shops. I happened to be walking around. I had I think it was a 70 to 200 is what I had on me. I was borrowing it from a friend to shoot a concert. I had it with me through town. I decided I'm just gonna try and just shoot some stuff I normally wouldn't be able to shoot. As I was sitting there, I saw all these birds, and I kind of just sat there and waited because I knew it was gonna happen. These birds, they fly around, perch, fly around, perch, fly around, perch. They just keep doing it. And so I just played the waiting game, and it paid off. It's a photo I really enjoy. The composition, the buildings, the lines. I've always loved layers. You have the obviously the foreground layers of the two buildings, one line straight up and down. You have the other one that kind of leads you back into the other roof that's behind these buildings with the other birds perched. And then this one bird here just intact focus. That lens actually it's kind of nice. So this photo is a portrait of a man who is walking around selling glow sticks at what we call the Apple Festival. It's kind of a big deal around here. This guy was super kind. I just popped up and I said, "Hey, can I take your photo?" And he said, and held his hands out, and I snapped a couple portraits, and I was on my way. I think I will end up using this one for sure. It's kind of just from the moment I took it to even now, like, it just sits with me. Everybody loves the Apple Festival. Everybody recognizes where this was taken. So I do think this is a really strong contender. My only holdup is I'm trying to decide if I'm going to put portraits or things with strong human subjects in the photo, or if I'm just going to keep it absent of maybe not all human subjects, maybe just not strong human subjects. So this last photo is actually a photo of that church I talked about earlier with the guy on the bike. I saw this actually last fall. So I took this fall. I saw it last fall and took the photos, and I kind of sat on them. I didn't upload them. I just kind of left them on my SD card, got caught up with work and some other stuff, came back, uploaded them, and realized that they weren't bad photos, but they just weren't what I wanted. And by the time I realized that, it was too late to go back and film or go back and shoot it again. So I just told myself if I could remember, I would come and shoot it this fall, and I did. I just happened to have some time again. I really, really like this one compared to the ones that I didn't end up keeping. I really love the photo. It's a super simple photo. The colors are simple, palatable. I love that the two hills of the tree crest right there, and you have the building, the steeple just popping up right there. Super simple, super clean, easy, clean composition. I really feel like I could hang this up in my house or my office. I feel like other people would see this and want to do the same thing, especially if you're from around here. Just a very palatable photo. It's not hard to understand. It's not complex in any way. It's just palatable. That's all I could say. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys stuck around. I hope that if you haven't subscribed, you will subscribe, and I can do more episodes like this. You guys let me know if you want these to be longer, if you want these to be shorter, if you guys want to see stuff more on the X100V, because I have plenty of photos I can share. I have more things I could talk about on that. But at the same time, I'm not trying to just, grab views and just focus on the X100V, because I'm not a review channel. I'm just a dude who sits in front of a camera and talks about photos he's taken and what he loves about photography. So with that being said, thank you so much. Sorry it's so dark. My room's a mess. I don't have my lights. Power is we've just been having a rough time with this winter. So love you guys. See you later.